They did it. The Mad Lads did it. They did it. Like, I don't know what they were cooking with at Monolith Soft, but they cooked alright. Like, they cooked, they sauteed, they roasted, they barbecued, they grilled. Like, everything that revolving culinary techniques, they've done it with the Future Redeemed DLC. Like, oh my god, I am absolutely mind blown. So for anybody out there that doesn't know what a Xenoblade is or what the Chronicles of it is about, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the game that just released last year and was at Game of the Year, I believe, for Game of the Year or Best RPG of the Year. Either way, it was up there as a contender. Finally got its Wave 4 DLC known as Xenoblade Chronicles Future Redeemed. And I gotta tell you, like, I'm not just mind blown, but as a Xenoblade fan, I am very happy with the results that Monolith Soft provided in regards to this 10 hour to 12 hour, depending on how long you want to embrace and experience the high quality peak fiction that is the Xenoblade Chronicles franchise. Oh man, like, you're gonna have a grand old time. Like, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have fun. Plus, for those that have been around with the Xenoblade franchise since 2010 on the Wii with Shulk and his very first adventures with Brianycus and Mechonis and all that kind of stuff, this is indeed a good conclusion to what has happened during basically the past 13 years, because it's incredible to see the narration and the storyline of the Xenoblade Chronicles series truly unfold in this DLC and properly concluding it and kind of giving us more to offer in regards to what the next game is going to be and what the next saga has to offer, because a lot of people are saying this is the end of the franchise. Whether jokingly or intentional, it really isn't. Like, this is the end of the saga that was established, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do from this and go for the next saga in regards to storyline. But just everything about this DLC, again, the respect is way too real here. Like, everything is just so well done, and one of the best experiences I've ever felt in terms of a DLC experience. And that's a testament to Monolith Soft's craft and dedication to making games, because normally when there's a DLC, not 9 times out of 10, they'll just give like a glorified experience of like 5, 6 hours of something that we've already are familiar with, but they don't really do much about it thereafter. Like the Resident Evil DLCs with Resident Evil 2 and the Lost Survivors campaigns. Like, they were neat, they were awesome what if scenarios, but they pale in comparison to the fact that we essentially played a full-fledged 10-12 hour RPG that could have been its own game and could have been way more fluffed out. I'm telling you, the DLC Future Redeemed could have been its own game. It could have been like Torna, where it had its own release, its own physical copy, and it would have been still regarded and praised due to the amount of content it has and the enhancements of what they provided aside from what has already been established in the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 gameplay mechanics. Like, for example, the affinity scenes, the heart-to-hearts from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, the whole affinity points, the additional replay value of going back and forth in certain locations and filling out like an encyclopedia that allows you to enhance and upgrade the gang. Like, these quality of life improvements that weren't there in the previous game or in the same game is just phenomenal, and it just stands out on its own, and it just makes this DLC experience, again, its own proper game. And I'm just very excited. Like, I don't want to spoil things. I think I've said a lot in terms of the story, and for those that have experienced the DLC already and most likely finished it by now, I know you guys understand me in the sense that I want to make sure every person plays a Xenoblade Chronicles game, whether it's the first one, the second one, X on the freaking Wii U, although I don't know how you're gonna do that now that the eShop is closed, so good luck finding a physical copy in eBay or whatnot without getting, majorly scammed, but my point still stands. This is a really great DLC, this is truly amazing, and the respect is way too real for this. And like, it is so real that I had to put "too real" on the title here. That goes to show you how much I love Monolith Soft, how much I love Xenoblade Chronicles, and how much care to detail they put on a DLC of all things. And what's even funnier about this is that I didn't pop off like this to the Battle Network Legacy Collection that just released. Like, again, like, it's too good. To answer everybody's question of is the respect for this DLC real? Absolutely. Like, I may have gone off and rambled a lot for this because I'm totally improvising here. I totally don't have a script that's literally right in front of me telling me, hey, you gotta read me, you gotta, memorize a lot. No. I'm going off script because for those that have never experienced Xenoblade, it's like a must, because as an RPG fan, I've explored, I've played almost every single RPG that's out there, at least the mainline RPGs, you know, your Personas, your Final Fantasies. I did try and dive into the Trail series a little bit, but I've experienced my fair share of RPGs, but never have I experienced something so incredibly well done like the Xenoblade Chronicles, you know, franchise. And I just want you guys to experience, and I want you guys to see how much, you know, love a lot of people have for this franchise and for this DLC. Like, this DLC was expected. Yes, there were the 4 waves. We each got our DLCs. We got new heroes, new side quests, and, you know, new cosmetics and things like that. But this DLC was the one thing everybody was waiting to see, especially after witnessing Future Connected on the Definitive Edition, Torna, as I mentioned, back on Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with its expansion pass, and so much more. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3 proper, you know, why not pop off to what is considered peak fiction? Why not admit and say Xenoblade Chronicles is up there? It is a giant. It is so well received that the respect has to be, like, it is earned. It earned its respect, and I'm showing its respect right here. But yeah, this is it. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is officially over thanks to the DLC of Future Redeemed. If you've experienced it, whether you finished it or not, let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts and whether or not you agree with me, if you don't, all that kind of stuff. Point is, feel free to pop off, because Xenoblade is back and it's going to finish off where it started and hopefully take us to a new frontier, to new storylines, to new characters, to new array of voice actors and, you know, actresses, and just a good time overall. Plus, we also gotta prepare our wallets, because these games aren't cheap after all. $60 for 100 plus hours of cool ass gameplay? Yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, I'm out, I'm done. I have nothing else really much to say. Keep expecting peak fiction on the channel. Keep expecting peak content as always here, especially if you're new. Go do all what you gotta do here on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff I already told you. I'm gonna head out now. I got major projects in the works for you guys as always. Peace out, take care, love you all to 120, and remember, go play Xenoblade Chronicles if you haven't, because trust me, you will not regret it one bit.